today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, a run with Breida. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
On third down, Matthews. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Matthews. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be second down.
It's now second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Matthews over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and it'll bring up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing on first down. Crisp caught by the tight end Ertz. And all the way to the opposite 45.
The first down.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up first and goal at the 1.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Crisp. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down. Matthews. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
31 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Steven Sims Jr., his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Sloman sets to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. This is Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Matthews. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
pass complete.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe... On first down, here's Breida. Gets through, and now an opening. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, Matthews. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at the line.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up
the 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run with Breida, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Matthews. His pass caught at the 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
A touchdown, Philadelphia. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Davion Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Finding room at the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
The 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Matthews. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Matthews. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Matthews.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Matthews. And that will be incomplete.
Matthews pass intended for number 89.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Zach Ertz and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On 1st and 10, Crisp. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. There he goes left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
1st and goal.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Off the play fake. Crisp. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Off play action. Crisp. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Steven Sims. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Sloman sets to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer. The pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over
from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Crisp escaping the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 32 that time. Looking to throw. Crisp eluding the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Sam Sloman sets to kick off.
Sloman sets to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half. Not too.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Holding defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Sanders. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll turn to Sanders. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Sloman sets to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Matthews. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Devontae Parker, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Matthews. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd and 2, Matthews. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down, it's Sanders pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down, Matthews. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Tony Matthews sacked. A fumble on the play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
No, check that. What, Mike 52 right here. Silver.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
An 8-yard.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At the 5-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and
goal from the 6 this time.
6-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Crisp, flushed out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Today's final
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, A final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Miami, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
As you'd imagine, the locker room was hyped after that game. I had plenty of tough moments in my career, but fortunately I had a lot of great ones too. And I have to say, this was one of the better moments in my whole career. Thinking back on it now, it didn't matter what happened the rest of the season. We lost in the playoffs to a team that was absolutely stacked with talent. But that one moment was one of the best of my entire life. One piece of advice I always give to young players coming into the NFL is not to take the end of the year awards for granted. Between the star power on hand and the amazing history of the league, it's an honor to be there. I took the time to rest up and get ready for the next season. Tried to focus on getting my mind and body right, you know? And I needed it for what came next.
That was a comeback for the ages, and it was a treat to watch.
It was one of those situations where when you've been around long enough, you just start to see the game differently. It's almost like everything slows down around you.
Thinking back, what part of the process did you enjoy the most?
The crowds went totally wild when all of us stepped out of the tunnel and onto the field. Talk about a major adrenaline rush. It was just after camp, and Coach called me in to talk about the preseason games. I didn't think anything of it at the time. It was the first of many moments that would eventually snowball into something much bigger.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over.
Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And incomplete to open things up. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Davion Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
At their own 41-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off the play fake. Crisp rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
What up?
I swear, bro, if this TV had to throw a punch.
Why?
Fucking game pissed me off.
They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
What the deuce?
I like the game, but this part right here is too damn hard.
So, Charles, this the second week of action here in the preseason. It's a time where, you know, talking heads like you and me start making our predictions for Super Bowl favorites in this upcoming campaign. And I tell you, there have been a good many.
Oh, yeah, I paid my health called on the answering machine.
That Lombardi trophy come February.
Yeah, I don't think they've had to do a lot of extra
I thought you heard it.
in order to make sure they're able to lift that trophy.
But they were asking, they were talking about him.
Especially when you talk about the offense.
Said something about you had an appointment.
The best offenses in the league. They have everything you're looking for at all spots. Yeah, they're going to tinker around with different things here in the preseason. But bottom line, they think they're as explosive as anyone in the league, and they can't wait to put it on display.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Second and 3. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you?
Right here.
He's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Well, I know that Piedmont called and they said you had some type of appointment on Wednesday at like 3.
Guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. And no matter what the situation, the O-line
Where's
just
Tanner
hates
at?
that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he'll take it into
Another touchdown.
Miles Sanders, 35 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
But this is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the first down and change our momentum?
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Eagles 15. Cardinals nothing.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
A gain of 30.
The no-fly zone certainly not existing on this drive. They've had no trouble moving the ball through the air. Back-to-back big-time completions. So now if you're a defense, what adjustments are you going to make to try and keep them out of the end zone?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
There was one that was talking about you earlier. I don't know where it is.
Territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
That one.
It's finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, and here's Murray. This is caught by Williams. 7 yards.
Hey.
Pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Our shotgun now for Murray. They got it to Williams. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime.
I don't know why it was the last one, but
Charles Davis to another one in Orlando. The coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10.
what up, Devin?
What up?
From the gun, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st
much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll get this back down to a
well, that's what I get for betting it all on black.
Before they hit halftime, something to build on, maybe.
That's a reference to Batman because they call him the Dark Knight.
That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Okay, let's see.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down, Philadelphia.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
13 yards. First down.
A final shot before break. Crisp throwing the out route and complete. It's Carter. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First throw now for the backup Wentz. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. 35. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal.
I really
Some
hate this
extra
mission.
mass. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard.
Come on, Bruce. You can't die. I didn't kill you.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Cardinals take
ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
too bad, isn't it? They're feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Again, it's Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On 1st down, Stevenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same,
wow, that was a one hit.
The quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Completes it to Coleman. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Number 83.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. No reason not successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start, it comes through clean. Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first.
What up, Reed?
What up, Reed?
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hey, wow, James, we talked to you, Reed.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
There's Devin.
And he slips up past the 45 before being
Devin.
tackled.
Yeah.
Gain of 11 to kick off the
Are you
drive.
trying to
It's
do
a quick
this
first
mission
down.
for me?
Not totally home
Hold up, I'll get done with this game and
First and 10.
well, let me try to get done with this game.
Hard as
Flush
crap.
to his right. Oh, he's got a man.
What mission are you on?
And he takes this one
I'm
down
on like the
all
last
the
part
way
to this
the
dev
30.
pro mission.
Are you almost done with the game, though?
Yards. Just
Not
2
the whole
minutes
game,
remaining here
just
in the
a
fourth quarter
certain
what
part
has
of the
been a
section.
one-sided affair. Now a man open
I
down
still
the
need to
middle
do the
of the
red
field,
alert
but he's
stuff
brought
to
down,
take that
but
one.
not before
Oh,
he
yeah.
reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They run the counter. It's Stevenson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Final score, a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will greatly accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA.
performance to kick things off, the press wanted to know if and how we could keep that up. But it was still the preseason, and little did I know the impact my answer would have down the road.